Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a little bit different from what I normally do, but I thought it would be fun to take you guys along with James and I for a day in the life / New Year's Q&A. We've gained so many new subscribers since our last Q&A, and I thought it would be really fun for y'all to get to know us just a little bit better. I hope all of you guys had a very Merry Christmas and are excited for the new year. Without further ado, let's jump right into our questions. So the first question many of you guys have asked, where James and I like to eat. As you guys see in most of our videos, we're always at Raising Cane's. That is our go-to fast food restaurant. It's just so yummy, and who doesn't like Raising Cane's, you know? The next question that you guys always ask is, why do James and I love living in Alaska? We genuinely talk about it all the time, and it is the scenery and what we can do up here in the summers. You know, things like fishing, boating, hiking, all of the things that we couldn't do when we lived in California just about a year ago, actually. We're coming up on our year anniversary of living in Alaska in May, so that's very exciting. But yeah, there's just so many things that Alaska can offer in the summertime, and it's just so beautiful at the same time. The next question that I got was probably the number one question, and it was if James and I are getting married and when we're getting married. Yes, James and I do plan on getting married at some point in the future, but honestly, that's just up to the future and only time can tell. James and I met just over 2 years ago, and we met at Amazon. We both worked there. I was an ambassador there, so I taught all of the new hires, and he just so happened to be one of the new hires that I was teaching. So after a while, he asked me for my number, and we started texting and hanging out. He became my best friend, and I moved in with him in California. We then decided to move to Alaska. My parents had just retired in Virginia and decided to move up to Alaska. And as they did that, it kind of sparked this thing between James and I, and we were like, maybe there's opportunities up there and, lower housing, because California was just outrageous and we were living with his grandma at the time. So we decided to be adults and move up to Alaska on our own. And so far, we've been thriving and we love it. Many of you guys have asked, how is James's car going and what's the status of his car? James did get his car back about 2 weeks ago. It broke down the last week of September. His engine was seized, so we had to purchase a whole new engine, and you guys, it's been a lot of drama with the car. The car is a 2018, so it's a fairly newer car, and as soon as we went with this shop that quoted us a great price and said that they would get it done at this day and it never happened. And unfortunately, they tried to lowball us, and they said that there were many other things wrong with the car, and without even asking me or telling me, they just decided to put these new things into the car, and my bill was huge. So James and I have been working through that, but we got it all figured out, and now he has his car, which is amazing. The next question is, what do James and I like to do for fun in the winter? James and I, we both work Monday through Friday, so there's not much that we can do in the work week, but on the weekends, we love to go outside with Ollie. We love to go see my parents and hang out at their place, and we also, as you guys can see in the video, we love to walk around the stores in town. We don't always buy anything, we just always like to get out of the house, especially now that it's getting dark so early. The sun has been rising around 10:15 in the morning and setting around 3:45. So we try to do as much as we can in the little light that we get. And you guys, look at this dog with this laser. It is the funniest thing ever. Many of you guys know Ollie, but for my new subscribers, this is our dog Ollie. He is 9 years old and still very much young, as you guys can see. I've had him since he was 9 months, and he's the best dog I have ever had. Moving on to the next question, I did get asked if I attend college. No, I do not attend college as of right now, but 2024 is just around the corner and I have been looking to go back to college. I was doing college maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, but I did take a break and I have yet to resume that break. But I have been looking into it, and hopefully sometime soon I can attend college again. Being that my dad was in the military, I have the awesome benefit of the GI Bill, and I just don't want that to go to waste. I really hope you guys enjoy the card wall. I've gotten so many cards and I'm so grateful for them, and thanks to everybody that sent me one. I had no idea what I was going to do with all of these cards, so I just started taping them on the wall, and that's what we've gotten. But they were absolutely beautiful cards, and the messages in all of the cards were very, very nice and uplifting. So thank you guys so much for that. I thought it would be fun to make dinner with you guys tonight and also throw in the question about my knife sharpener. I always get asked if I have a knife sharpener. I do now, and it works wonders. Who would have known? You need a knife sharpener to have some sharp knives. But yes, I absolutely love it, and I do have one. The next big question that I receive is how job opportunities are up here, how rent is up here, if it's competitive. I always see companies hiring, and I always hear of job opportunities up here. James and we got our jobs while we were still in California. They were very motivated to have us be with them, and we moved up here. We started working with the companies that we are at, and we absolutely love them. So I believe that there's great job opportunities up here. As for renting in Alaska, I'm not too sure because this is our first apartment and I have nothing to compare it to. Alaska does tend to be a little bit more pricier because everything is barged up here and shipped up here. But everything is more expensive right now due to inflation throughout the whole nation. I always get asked if we'll be moving closer towards my parents or moving closer towards our jobs, and the answer is no. James and we don't mind the commute to work. It's a very, very beautiful drive to work. Even in the wintertime, it hasn't been hard on us. And my parents live about an hour from our house now. So, we don't mind driving that hour to see them. They come into our city often, so we see them then. If we moved any closer towards our work, I feel like we wouldn't be that happy because it gives California vibes, it gives city vibes, and, that's what we moved away from, and that's what we moved out here to get away from. So, yeah, I don't foresee us moving anywhere else than the city that we're in now. The next question is if James and I will be purchasing land, and if we do, when. We would love to purchase land, but no time soon. We are looking more in the future, and by in the future I mean maybe 5 years or so. With that piece of land though, I would love to build a house on it. I would love to be the one to design our own house, being that I love art, I love drawing, and I love putting pieces together, so I think that would be really fun to do. But yeah, as of right now, we're just figuring out life still as young adults in our first apartment. So someone asked, it actually made me laugh, it almost made me spit out my drink, where do the 30s and younger hang out in Alaska? I can't even tell you guys. I am such a homebody. Like, I would like to go to work and come right back home. Go to work and come right back home. Okay? I couldn't even tell you. I know because I work with a lot of younger people that they like to go out to like the bars and things like that, but that's not my cup of tea. So I couldn't even tell you guys. Me and James just go to work and come home, and we enjoy each other's company, and we go up to my parents and hang out with my parents. That's about it. So I'm not too sure. I just know that there's so many things that you can do on your own and with, a couple of friends, like hiking, fishing, doing those types of things. But other than that, like hangout spots, I'm not too sure. I also got asked about my cooking and how I learned how to cook and how long have I been cooking for. Y'all, I'm just winging it. I have never cooked other than living in this apartment. My mom, she's the cooker. She knows how to cook. I did watch her a little bit, so I know some bits and pieces from her. My dad also knows how to cook a lot, so I've watched him growing up as well. But yeah, social media helps. Watching TikToks on how to cook is awesome. But I really just text my mom whenever I don't know how to cook something and ask her how to cook it. But I also just kind of wing it. Like, I know what I want to eat, so I'm going to figure out how to cook it, and I just make it happen. The next question is a question about James. Somebody asked if James will be going back down to visit his mom and his grandma, and if his mom would be coming up to visit. So James's grandma did pass away this summer. It's been very hard, but James is doing okay. We do plan on going down this summer to visit his family and to see some of his cousins that are graduating. And we also have plans of his mom coming and visiting up here as well. So we do have some adventures in the summertime. We're looking forward to the summer and seeing all of his family and having his family see all of Alaska. Many of you guys have asked about Princess and how she's doing. She's doing great. We love her so very much. She's been fitting into the family perfectly, and no kittens yet. They say cats are pregnant for about 65 days, and we've had her for about 40 something. So we'll know in the upcoming weeks for sure. But yeah, she's still feisty as ever, and she's been the best addition to the family. Her and Ollie are best friends. So we love her very, very much. Ooh, y'all, I did my thing with this dinner. It was so good and delicious. The chicken was so juicy, and it was just a simple little dinner. It was just rice, chicken, and zucchini, and it's absolutely amazing. You guys should definitely have it for dinner one night. I strongly recommend it. This question is probably my favorite question. It's, do we have any plans for the spring or the summer? And y'all, I am so excited for summer of 2024, okay? There are so many new places that we've learned about. We know the lay of the land now. This past summer, we had just moved here. We didn't know a lot of people. We didn't know a lot of places and things to do. But now we know so much, and I'm so excited for summer of 24, hiking and boating and fishing and just all kinds of things, and having new content to put for the channel and sharing with you guys is just super exciting to think about. The next question is a question from my mother. She said, how many grandbabies will you have for me one day? Oops, I mean, how many babies do you want someday? That is hilarious. Yeah, 1, 2 is maybe my max. Yeah, if you have over 2 kids, Congrats to you guys. Y'all are amazing. I don't know how you do it. Being an infant teacher and working with infants all day, it is very, very draining. But to put all of that aside, I do want to have children of my own, and I at least want to have 2. I do love taking care of babies, and I feel like it would be such a great thing to experience in life. But I will say that it won't be anytime soon, probably 2 to 3 years from now. James and I want to make sure that we're ready, and not only in our relationship but financially, and be able to provide a good life for a baby. So yeah. Well guys, this does conclude the end of the video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super fun and super cool. I thought it was different, and I really enjoyed answering some of your guys' questions. I hope I didn't miss any of your guys' questions, but if I did, there will be another Q&A in the future, and hopefully I will get to it then. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have an amazing new year. Ow, ow, fingers are stuck. Ow, ow.
So you want me to actually have a certain measurement on my pieces of tape?
Yeah, it's like this big. Okay?
What is that? Inch and 3/8? What is that?
Like that big, okay?
Okay. Why wouldn't you just keep that piece of tape as a reference for me? What if I forget the size?
That one is like dirty.
Alright, where do you want the piece of tape to go?
Oh my gosh. You see the card?
You act like if I put the piece of tape on the wrong side, you wouldn't be mad.
I will be mad.
Right, my
So
point.
you open the card, okay?
Okay.
And then you put the tape right here.
Okay.
You see? About half of the piece of tape.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then you say, here you go, Lexi. And
Okay.
then I'll put it on the wall.
Here, Lexi.
My nerves. Oh, I just stubbed my toe. Are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Because I can't.
Why?